Hi everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Jolima, and in this video I want to talk about 10 fragrances that are must-haves. So if you want to start collect fragrances, I think these are definitely must-haves because some are classics that are still modern to this day. Other fragrances are very sexy and sensual and addicting, and so you have a bit of everything in here, and all of these fragrances are well put together, high quality scents that I think you can't go wrong with. And if you want to dive into niche, I have here 5 niche fragrances that are, I think, are must try, you must have. I mean, of course, this is an expression because it all depends on your taste. But in my opinion, these are definitely must have. So I have here 5 designers and 5 niche fragrances like usual. And I will not mention them in a specific order. So starting with the 5 designer fragrances that I have here, the first scent that I want to talk about is from House of Guerlain. And this is a classic, and this is a masterpiece. It's Héritage, this one right here. Unfortunately, now Guerlain changed this bottle presentation, has the heritage collection, let's say. Now they all come in that L'Homme bottle presentation. Maybe they want to cut some costs, but well, it feels weird, but well, maybe later we will just get used to it. But Héritage Eau de Toilette, not the Eau de Parfum, Eau de Toilette is a must-have. This is lavender, patchouli, sandalwood, cedarwood. This is just an earthy, slightly fresh, earthy, woodsy, dry scent. I absolutely love this fragrance. And it feels so modern. This was released in the 90s, and today this is modern. This is not overly classic, or this is not old-fashioned. That's what I wanted to say. And it's versatile. I mean, this is a perfect fall-winter signature scent. It's so classy, elegant, it's sophisticated, and definitely will set you apart from the rest, because I mean, not everyone is wearing Héritage or even Guerlain, a single Guerlain fragrance, so I think you will definitely stand out in a crowd with this one. And it's quite complex. I mean, Eau de Parfum, I mean, it's more linear, it's more tame, it's more like a skin scent, even, at least on my skin. And this one, you feel the layers. This one is definitely more complex. So that's why for me, this is the best version. And Héritage, again, must try, must have. The next fragrance is from the House of Chanel, and this one was so hard. I had so many fragrances. I have so many fragrances from Chanel that I wanted to feature here, but well, this is a masterpiece nonetheless, and it's a must-have. I mean, then thinking clearly, I mean, I think this is definitely the must-have from Chanel, and it is Egoiste. This one right here. Egoiste is a must-have. Egoiste is a masterpiece, and it's this is a perfect signature scent. While Héritage is a great signature scent for fall and winter, this is the perfect signature scent. Now, these are completely different fragrances. Although this is also woodsy, this has a strong sandalwood note in here, but this is very spicy as well, with carnation. So this is dry, it's fresh, aromatic, spicy, woodsy, dry, floral scent. Again, complex, a lot of notes featured in here, but this is all about peppers, and the pepperiness gives here like that fresh, spicy, aromatic nuance. So you have the peppers, you have the carnation, and you have the sandalwood. Amazing scent, unique scent. This is another fragrance that Doesn't smell like any others. Egoist is simply to die for, and it's so characteristic. The carnation in here with the sandalwood, I mean, you immediately think of Egoistes. There isn't any other fragrance that smells like this. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. And the performance, it's incredible with this one. And again, it's elegant, it's chic, and you will stand out. Another fragrance that will make you stand out in the crowd. I'm speechless. Every time I smell this, I'm speechless. This is Egoiste from Chanel. I think, yeah, I already did a review of this one already a couple of years ago, but definitely check that review out if you want a more in-depth view of this fragrance. It's Egoiste. Man, doesn't need any introduction, at least here in this channel. For me, I'm very attached with this fragrance. This is my favorite Chanel fragrance that is specifically marketed towards men. It's my favorite, so, and that says a lot. Egoiste from Chanel, it's definitely a must-have. Another fragrance that it's a must-have is from the house of DIOR, and no, it's not DIOR Homme, the original, not the DIOR Parfum. I'm not featuring DIOR Parfum just because it's hard to find. I mean, it's out there, it's available, at least online here in Europe, but it's hard to get. So I will mention this one because it's equally amazing and much easier to find in the perfume shops out there, and it is DIOR Homme Intense. I love this version. Actually, I prefer this version to the previous one here, because the previous version, it had a too strong, too powerful lipstick, sweet lipstick accord that for me was a bit of a turn off. I love lipstick, I love the iris, I love sweetness, but that was just too much for me to handle. Here it's perfect, it's balanced. Here you have the sweetness, the makeup nuance with the iris, that it's just magical, very seductive, very addicting. But then you have the embret seeds, and you have a hint of also a fresh lavender that balance the sweetness. So I mean, this is just perfect. This is definitely an intensified version of the original DIOR Homme, but not as sweet as the previous version was. This is amazing. This is one of the most seductive, sensual fragrances that I have. This is perfect for night out, perfect for romantic date night event. So I think this is perfect for that, and it's just wow, so good. Yeah, the DIOR, I mean, DIOR has definitely the best iris in the game, in the designer side of things, of course. It's simply to die for. DIOR Homme Intense, great performance also. This is another parfum, great performance. So I mean, it's a must-have. You have everything in here that you need in a fragrance. You have the balance, you have the high quality ingredients, the blend, the performance, you have everything. This is DIOR Homme Intense. Now the next fragrance here, it's a fresh fragrance. This is more for summertime, more for warm weather, also in spring, in the warm days of spring. This is from the house of HAVES, another brand that it's hard just to pick one fragrance, because HAVES has a lot of must-haves in my opinion, just like Chanel. But I ended up with this one just because I wanted to feature a more fresh, uplifting, a better fragrance for summer, because right now I just mentioned more heavy fragrances, so I wanted a lighter scent, and this is Voyage d'Hermès. This one right here with a very unique but very iconic already bottle presentation. This is a fresh, salty spicy scent. This is a very unique fragrance, just like the presentation itself. You know what? This for me is like Quartier Déclaration for summer. This is what it smells like. It has a cardamom, so it's very strong in the spices and very sensual at the same time. The cardamom for me, it's a very sensual, aromatic, warm, at the same time note. And this one has that with a saltiness, bit mineral, and it's just to die for. It's incredible. So this for me is definitely Quartier Déclaration meets like marine salty accords, and you have Voyage. Amazing. I absolutely love this. Actually, my girlfriend, she's not the biggest fan of this one. Well, actually, she's not the biggest fan of fresh fragrances overall. But actually, I wore this one on Saturday and last Saturday. And I know she said, yeah, that smells good, but, well, not her favorite. But I love this. I think this is a perfect signature scent fragrance for the summertime. I will definitely wear this a lot for the upcoming summer. Great performance. Actually, this has better performance, and this is Eau de Toilette. This has better performance than its flanker, the Voyage d'Hermès Parfum. It's a parfum concentration, but the performance actually it's not that great. And it has a more strong lemon. It has a cardamom, very heavy in the cardamom, but with a very enhanced lemon note right in the opening. The saltiness, the mineral accords are definitely toned down. It's a more darker, a bit more dark fragrance, but actually I think I prefer this one, and that's unusual because usually I prefer the heavy fragrances, but in this line specifically I definitely prefer the original to the flanker, to the more concentrated flanker. Again, if you like spices, if you want a fresh, spicy, salty fragrance, check this one out. It's very unique, and it has the quality of Hermès, of course, quality stamp of Hermès. So this is Voyage d'Hermès, perfect for summertime, and of course a must-have. Last but definitely not least, next fragrance is from the house of Tom Ford, and I didn't want to feature like a private blend because I know they are quite expensive and starting to be hard to get in the online discounters. So I wanted to feature the fragrance from the signature line, and this is the best lavender in the designer game. This is Beau de Jour. Beau de Jour, I really like this bottle presentation actually. Beau de Jour is, like I said, the best lavender with this barbershop nuance. It's herbal, it's aromatic, very versatile, another signature scent fragrance, but this one I think you can wear this through the entire year, from spring to winter, because this has a performance for that. It's perfect. This is a perfect lavender and barbershop with barbershop nuances. This has a slightly foamy effect. It's wonderful. It's herbal. You have then the patchouli. It's wonderful. This is all about lavender with a green herbal nuance with a heavy, earthy patchouli note. Masculine through and through. I mean, if you are a woman and if you like barbershop, if you like lavender fragrances, I think this is a must-have. I think this is a must-try at least. This doesn't have any sweetness. For example, Libre from Yves Saint Laurent, which is marketed towards women, has a strong lavender note also, which is great. Actually, it smells amazing, but it's sweeter. It has sweet with the vanilla nuances. Here, you don't have any sort of sweetness. This is a dry, pure lavender with a hint of a green herbal nuance and earthy patchouli. Amazing scent, often compared with Davidoff Zino, which I have, and I have yet to do a comparison video. They have their differences, although I can see the similarity, but they have their differences. wonderful, absolutely wonderful scent right here. This is Beau de Jour by Tom Ford, and this finishes the designer list. Now let's talk about the niche side of things. And first, I want to talk about a very special fragrance for me, and one of the most sensual, seductive fragrances that I have in my collection. It's from the house of Rosendo MATEUS, and it is number 5. And you can see how much I already wore this. Number 5, I love this bottle presentation. Unfortunately, Rosendo MATEUS, he passed away last week, but he left us an amazing collection. And of course from his own brand, but he left us an amazing portfolio of beautiful fragrances. Right now this line has 7 fragrances. I tried recently the newest 7, and it's amazing. Oud and patchouli, I mean, done to perfection. But later with that one, number 5 was Love at First Sniff for me. It was a fragrance that made me discover this brand, and all of these fragrances, the fragrances from this brand, they are high quality scents, great blend. They are simple. I mean, they are not overly complex or complex at all, but it's in the simplicity that you can find amazing blends, and this is not an exception. This is, again, one of the most unique amber fragrances. This has white florals, musk, and ambers. They actually say sensual musk in here, and actually it is very sensual. I never smelled anything like this. This is sweet, it's fluffy, it has, it doesn't have the cotton candy feel, but it's very fluffy. It has a fluffy texture into it, so it's sweet, it's musky, and it's just so damn good. You definitely need to have like a sweet tooth to appreciate this one. And again, this is, I mean, what you get in the opening is mostly what you will get in the dry down, although in the dry down is more musky. Like, the opening is definitely amber, sweet amber, fluffy, with this hint of jasmine. And as it starts to develop, I mean, as time passes, the jasmine kind of fades away, this white floral nuance fades away, and then you have more this sweet amber with musk. It's incredible, incredible. It's very yummy, very seductive, very sensual, lasts, I mean, performs like people will smell you. You will definitely stand out in the crowd. And again, this is a fragrance that doesn't smell like other fragrances out there. So again, Rosendo MATEUS number 5. It's a unique amber scent that, again, if you like ambers, if you want to have a sexy scent, this one is for you. And talking about sexy fragrances, and this is a must-have for me. It's definitely a must-have. It's from the house of Frédéric Malle, and it is Musc Ravageur. This is another brand. I mean, Frédéric Malle, so many fragrances that I could mention. I mean, Portrait of a Lady, the best rose in the game. Music for a While, masterpiece with pineapple and lavender, with patchouli. Promise. I mean, the list goes on, and I was debating which one I would choose, but I ended up with this one, Musc Ravageur, one of the original fragrances from Frédéric Malle. One of the originals because it was released in the year 2000 alongside others. I think Carnal Flower, and I don't recall other fragrances, but when Frédéric Malle released his line, this one was one of the first fragrances there. So Musc Ravageur shares some similar, I mean, you can see the inspiration from Guerlain's Shalimar. I have Shalimar, absolutely love it. I have the Eau de Parfum concentration, and you can see the inspiration. Now, this was reformulated. I remember how this one smelled like before. This was very pissy, more animalic than it is right now. Right now, this is more vanillic, spicy vanilla with musk. So this is more gourmand, and I wanted to feature a fragrance with gourmand qualities. I mean, I have other fragrances that are more strong in the gourmand thing, but well, I didn't want it to feature a full-on gourmand, and so that's why I'm featuring this one. This, again, vanilla, spices, musk. This furry musk, amazing. This, yeah, it still has the animalic nuances, but definitely toned down when compared to the original formula. And I absolutely love the gourmand aspects with the contrasts of the animalic aspect of musk, this furry musk. This is borderline masterpiece. Borderline, not entirely, just because I mean this is very inspired in Shalimar. You can see the blend, like the vanilla with the animalic aspect like Shalimar has. So this is not entirely original or unique, but it's still a high quality scent, still an amazing, sensual, seductive fragrance right here that will last you the entire day. So I mean, it has everything that you want in a beautiful scent. This is Musc Ravageur from Frédéric Malle. The next fragrance here is from the house of Marc-Antoine Barrois, Ganymede. Now I mean, this fragrance got a lot of hype, fortunately. Actually, I did a review of this one when this was first released like a couple of years ago. Ganymede is just, it's that type of fragrance that will set a trend. I can definitely see it. This is a beautiful creation of Quentin Biche, and this is very mineral, salty, spicy, with a suede texture. Absolutely beautiful scent. And now they released a new one, which it's not Enclave, that's from Amouage, but it's a similar name. It's not Enclave, but it's similar. Now I don't recall the name, but so I'm very curious to try that one. But this one, it's just very mineral, spicy, a bit floral, because you have here the violet leaves, the osmanthus, you have saffron, salty accords. Amazing. This has like the osmanthus in here gives like a slightly floral, fruity aspect, like a peach-like feel, with mineral accords, salty, with this suede, spicy nuance. It's amazing. This fragrance is so unique and definitely will set the trend because this is very likable. I never smelled anything like this before, and the performance is amazing. This is signature scent worthy. This is very sexy also for me. This is very, very sexy. This for me shines more during the hot weather. Just because, like, with the sweat, and I know this might be disgusting, but with that musky sweat, and then you have this beautiful fragrance. I mean, the blend, it's amazing. For me at least, I love it. Now, yeah, might be a bit disgusting, but actually it works. I think for me at least it works, and I love the scent trail of this one. This is Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Barrois. Now the next fragrance is from a house of Profumum Roma, and another fragrance house that it's hard just to pick one fragrance that it's a must-have. Profumum Roma, I mean, has a lot of must-haves, lots. And I will not feature Acqua di Sale, which is the best aquatic scent out there. Not Ambra Aurea, which is the best amber fragrance out there. Sorriso. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of them that I could feature, but I chose the best patchouli. Patchouli, exactly. This is the best patchouli in the game, in my opinion. And this is already one of my most complimented fragrances of this year so far. This is strong, this is powerful. This is all about this full chocolatey, cakey, earthy patchouli with resins. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, if you like fragrances like Psychedelique from Jourvois, if you like patchouli from Reminiscence, you will definitely love patchouli. This is the best. At least it's my favorite because it's definitely more powerful when compared with the other two that I mentioned, and it has more depth. Although it's linear, like mostly all Parfum Aroma fragrances are, but this one has more depth and it's more full and more. It's a big patchouli, so you definitely need to go easy on the trigger with this one. But I mean, this year I wore this a lot during this winter time. Patchouli, again, it's just intoxicating. Wow. It has a natural smelling feel, like it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Intoxicating, natural smelling patchouli scent. Amazing. So of course this is a must-have, especially if you love patchouli fragrances. And last but definitely not least, this is a very recent acquisition of mine. Finally, I have this fragrance in my collection. It's from House of MDCI and it is Chypre Palatin. I mean, just look at this beautiful color. Absolutely beautiful. I really like also the bottle presentation overall. Of course, I don't have like that beautiful torso, which, I mean, it would cost 100 euros more, so I mean, I think that's just ridiculous. So I just have this simple plasticky cap, but what really matters is the liquid inside. And this is one of my favorite Chypres. Actually, this year, and it started last year, like the end of last year, and through this year, I mean, I'm really digging into Chypre fragrances. Also, thanks to Eugene, that he has big influence on me, on how my taste developed, which Mitch as well. And so that's why that's also one of the reasons why I'm digging into Chypre fragrances. Now this one is not like your classic Chypre scent. This is like a modern Chypre. This is an oriental Chypre scent. I think that's really the best word to describe, or the best words to describe this fragrance, because this has the mossiness, this has the lavender, the citruses, but this has lots of resins like Starax, benzoin, Tolu balsam, so vanilla. So this is very floral as well. I have rose, jasmine, and the heavy oriental facets. This is beautiful. This is very addicting. This is yummy. And this is a very easy to like Chypre, because usually Chypre scents have that classic feel, have that old-fashioned nuance. So for people who are not used to smell Chypres, because they have that citrusy, mossy, green, woodsy, dry effect, might not be easy to appreciate at first. So I think this is a Chypre for beginners, because of the sweetness. You have the resins, which are easier to appreciate, and this is still complex. This is complex, very well blended. I mean, this is a creation of Bertrand Duchaufour, which, I mean, just by that will tell you that this is a high quality scent. Borderline masterpiece, another one. I've like, seriously, if I'm saying that these are must-haves, it's really because I really do feel that these are masterpieces, or borderline masterpieces. And I finally have this one in my collection again. This was long. It has been a long time, for a long time in my wish lists. And finally, I have it. It's a beautiful scent again. It has also like a syrupy nuance, floral, mossy, resinous, syrupy. I mean, simply to die for, really. Complex, done right. It's Chypre Palatin from MDCI. It's a must-have, and it's a Chypre for beginners. Guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what are your fragrance must-haves? Love to hear your suggestions, and thank you for your ongoing support. See you in the next video. Take care, guys.